Let's touch base now with Newzroom Afrika's Scara Mafokoane, who has been asking questions about the identity of the infamous Vusimusi Cat Matlala, and he joins us live now. Scara, good evening to you. And the understanding at the moment is that Mr. Matlala sits in a jail cell somewhere in South Africa, but who have you been speaking to about what do they know about this controversial figure, Vusimusi Cat Matlala?
Good evening, Toli, and to our viewers. We're about to find out from somebody who knows him quite well, Dr. Johan Berger, actually, who's going to share just a glimpse of what he knows about this shady character. Like you said, we know that he sits in jail right now. He was arrested a couple of months ago, at least 6 months ago, on charges of attempted murder, and that relates to his then girlfriend. That's what we know. The apartment you speak about, Toli, a few hours ago, we were there in mainland, in Pretoria. We got visuals of that. And that's where we're told that former Police Minister Bheki Cele occupied that unit which was leased by Mr. Matlala. But what brings us here are those damning allegations stemming from that briefing given by General Mkhwanazi on Sunday. But like I said, Dr. Johan Berger, he's a criminal and policing consultant, will tell us more about that. Dr. Berger, thank you so much for your time. What can you tell us? What do you know of this infamous character, Vusimusi Cat Matlala?
Yeah, thank you. I think, you summed it up quite well. I think he is a shady character. I mean, he's involved in multi-million contracts with the police and with a number of other state departments. And, there's so much suspicion about his tenderpreneurship, the way he conducts his business. Not at all very, very honest transactions. And what was worrying is that this man, Matlala, appears to have, in some way, some influence in the office of the current Minister of Police through the minister's so-called associate, Mr. Mkhwanazi, Brian Mkhwanazi. And there's more than enough evidence produced by General Mkhwanazi recently on Sunday about the messages, WhatsApp messages between those individuals. And it was confirmed, the relationship between the minister's office, the minister directly, and this man Mkhwanazi, who has his relationship with Matlala. This was confirmed by the minister's senior office assistant, and he in a WhatsApp confirmed to General Mkhwanazi that this man is the minister's close associate.
Surely, Dr. Berger, pardon me, this is worrying if it's happening in the corridors of the highest-ranking police officials. As somebody who monitors or who's consulted on crime and policing, you must be worried, as is the rest of South Africa.
Yes, I am worried. The man I referred to in Kabinde is the senior staff officer of the minister. Just that correction. Yes, I am worried because not only does he have this connection with the minister, but one must assume that he also has ties with senior police officers. And we simply don't know this at this stage. There's no indication that he has direct relationship with, for example, General Sabia. But Sabia was mentioned by General Mkhwanazi. But it is worrying. I mean, if he has the kind of influence in the office of the Minister of Police, that would certainly impact on the decisions that the minister takes on behalf or in connection with the South African Police Service and what they do and what they shouldn't do. And there's so many coincidences here, at least. But if one is to understand what General Mkhwanazi has said, for example, one of the possible influences is the investigation of very, very dangerous crime syndicates operating especially in Gauteng, but also elsewhere in South Africa and in the neighboring countries. And the breakthroughs that the task team that investigated political killings as well as organized crime in Gauteng made was impressive. And out of the blue, the minister decides to close this unit without proper explanation. I remember that I myself and others questioned the closing of the unit at that time, especially with political killings being such a serious problem in this country. So now it begins to make sense, because this unit came too close, on the one hand, to the bosses of these crime syndicates and also to their associates within the criminal justice system, not just the police.
I'm out of time, but I have to press you on this just quickly. If you had the ear of the president, he's making his way back to South Africa, he has to apply his mind on this and make a decision. If you had the ear of the president, what would you advise him?
I think I would say to the president that you have the two main characters here. There are others on the side. But you have General Mkhwanazi, who now made this expose, and you have the Minister of Police, Mr. Mchunu. Now, the only one of the two who stands accused of criminal or connections with the criminal underworld is the minister. So I would say, you know, that at least for as long as it takes to properly investigate all of these allegations, the minister should be at least temporarily removed from his position to allow for an objective investigation. And they can, you know, put certain precautions on General Mkhwanazi, but if they decide to also suspend General Mkhwanazi, it will send all the wrong signals. It will tell the rest of South Africa that this thing will be swept under the carpet.
Dr. Johan Burger, thank you so much for your time. Claudia, and pardon me for that, I had to press Dr. Johan Burger to get his comment on exactly, you know, if he had the ear of the president, what he would advise, and him telling us that, you know, at this stage, because it's still accusations, but, you know, ethically, they would advise the president to at least temporarily put the Minister of Police on suspension. Back to you, Claudia.
Scara Mafokoane, thank you very much indeed. And we are going to have to wait with bated breath as to the actions of the president when he does touch down in the country.